Right then, here we are, finally, back down on the bank after a 3-month winter break. Yep, I didn't fish at all during the winter, only to go out with the boy and the lures. We did some lure fishing and that was about it. But as you can see, we're back down on the club lake and we are in the pig farm, which is like the back bay area of the lake. There's quite a few on actually. There's about 5 anglers on, I think, altogether tonight, which is, I say that's a few, but it is for this place. So we're kind of spread out quite evenly, and that's why I chose to come down here really, just to make sure that there's a good spread of rods in the lake. You know, the rods are spread out quite evenly amongst the sort of 5 of us that are in here. The fish are on the move, the fish are on the munch, they're definitely coming out. Mark, who's in the hut swim, or the point swim, he's at about 4 or 5, so they're definitely on the munch. I've just had a couple of beeps on the right hand rod there, which is just off the edge of that tree there. I've got another one up against the reeds there, and another one right in the edge to the left here. Nice clear gravel bottom. Nice soft sort of silt out towards the reeds, and then it was a bit more choddy over towards that tree, so I popped that one up with a Stella Yellow. The rest are on, the one towards the reeds is actually on tiger nuts, which are glugged in the sweet amino, and this little margin rod there, the one there, is on a snowman with a sweet amino bottom bait and a crystal white pop-up. Yeah, so I'm in swim 14, never fished it before, and it's down sort of in what they call the pig farm area of the lake, or it's kind of like a back bay if you will. But like I said, there's a few on tonight, so it sort of evens us out where we are on the lake. I know in the main part of the lake there's quite a few fish come out to Mark. I think he's had about 5 or 6, something like that. Decent fish. So they're definitely on the move, definitely on the munch. Speaking of munch, I'm starving, so I'm going to get stuck into some food. And yeah, so I've got all night tonight and probably most of the day tomorrow as well to try and winkle something out. Come on, it feels really good to be back on the bank. It's been 3 months of torture, being stuck at home. But I think it's worthwhile. I'm really, you know, feeling optimistic that they're on the move. So I've just had a fish swim right underneath the rods, which you think would be good news, but the bad news is it's the Manky Common, or the Manky Mirror, sorry, not the Manky Common, the Manky Mirror. I think I've mentioned it before, a fish with sort of horrible fungal infection all over the top of around his back. Lloyd had him last time he fished down here, and I'm told on the messages on the WhatsApp group that he's already come out of the gravel swim today. So he's obviously on the prowl, and he's obviously on the munch. Here he comes again. I'm going to try and show him you. I don't know if you can see that, but right underneath the rods there. I'm not sure if you can pick that up. He's just swam by round, he's just there, just going under the tree. Oh, here's an horrible thing. First fish of the year being the Manky. God, it's not looking good. He's hanging round. And I've got bait round here, so... Oh dear. Well, I don't know. Is it worth taking? First fish of the year. Oh, it's so bloody good to be down though. Look at the lake. It's lovely. It's just starting to green up a bit, and it's looking really, really sort of lush. And I'm really glad to be down. I'm really happy to be back out. Bait and approach. I'm just on straightforward boilies. I've not even glugged them. Let's make sure that's in focus. Not added corn or anything like that. I've just scattered them a few. I've not sent out my boilie catapult has a big pouch on it, but I've just sent out a few out here and there and just made sure they were scattered. Just you know, trying to pick up something. So that's the approach today. 2 bottom bait rigs, as I've already said, and 1 pop-up. Fingers crossed something better than a manky takes it. It's a swim. It's not fit for the bivvy. Just about fits in there, doesn't it? But so I just had a fish slap out to the right of the swim, which is good. But I didn't see it. I heard it, but I didn't see it. So I don't know if it was the. It could have been the manky. And then I saw one just top his back out, just beyond where I'm fishing, actually, towards the tree over there. So who knows? You never know. Dusk is upon us. Sun's going down, so I'm going to get some tea on now and start to just bed down for the evening. See what happens. See what goes on. Morning. Wow, that was pretty grim last night. It absolutely blew a hoolie all night. Storms all night, wind and rain. At one point the bivvy was rattling, so I didn't get much sleep, but I think it's due to calm down now. Lovely this morning though. Yeah. No action, I'm afraid. Nothing, just a few beeps obviously from the wind. Turn the sensors right down in the dark. Yeah, wind soften it off. Nothing. So let's get some brekkie, reset the rods. Yeah, when it's windy like that, I never get any sleep. When it's that windy, it's kept me awake all night. So anyway, let's get some brekkie on. Right, rods have been reset. I just swapped the Snowman and put that out towards the reeds and brought the tiger nuts in close. I swapped all the baits, checked all the hooks. Yeah, I just had a recast out. I don't think I'll stay that long this morning. Maybe another couple of hours, something like that. I'm not feeling good about where I am now. I think that blank could be on the cards, but I haven't really got time to move. So, but it's been good just to get out, to be honest. Get back out here. Some rain came down last night, but everything seems to be drying off pretty quick in this sun and the wind. Right guys, slow pack down, nothing's happening, haven't seen anything at all this morning, apart from that one earlier on that I said crossing the reeds. So I'm packing down slowly, bed, all the gear, I'm slowly getting it packed down and I'm ready to look at that. Just beep on the middle rod then, just as we're talking. Nearly had an heart attack. It is coots. Bastard coots. Around me. So yeah, packing down. Gonna get home for lunch. It's gonna rain again at 12, so I'm gonna try and get packed down before then. Yeah, so first session back on the bank, Blankaroonie, but never mind. I'm just really glad to have gotten out. Right then, here we are, bit of self-isolation on a Sunday. Just settled in for a day session in the gravels. You've seen me fish this swim before, and I've just literally sat down and started filming with the camera, and the left-hand rod there screamed off. So I thought, here we go, but lifted into nothing. Nothing but a ball of weed came in the end. But that just tells me that there's fish around here. Definitely no birds in sight, so it wasn't a bird picker or anything like that. And that is fishing over on the far bank. It's about 12 wraps to that far bank. And I've been around there and I've thrown a few handfuls of sweet amino that I've been lugged in the liquid. And then I've just gone with I think it's the Stella Yellow pop-up over there. So, bright pop-ups on these two rods on Ronnie rigs. So one of them being Stella Yellow and the other one being Stinky Pink, which is on this spot just out there on the gravel spot. And yeah, and then I've got a margin rod here, which you can see just to the left. Could have a margin rod around here, I think. And that's just on a snowman, which is a sweet amino with a Stinky Pink 8mm, I think it is, on top of it. So yeah, a bit shaky after that run. First run of the year, although, like I say, I lifted into nothing, so a bit gutted. But never mind, I've got the full day down here. It's a Sunday, it's, what time is it now? It is 20 to 10. So we got down to the lake quite late this morning, later than I intended anyway. But it's 9:45, I've got all day. And I think, you know, I'll give it most of the day down here. If I don't get anything, obviously I might have a mooch around afterwards. Right, so weather is, it's just clouded over at the minute. We're actually supposed to get some rain this morning, but it's not supposed to come till 11-12 o'clock according to the app, but it's really sort of clouded over at the minute and I just felt a few spots. So I've got the brolly up, day session brolly, kettle's on, got them on the old cheapo coffee things today, using Nescafe and 3-in-1 jobs. No real coffee, I'm afraid. Yeah, do come in under these, nice and quick, easy to make. So, get a brew on, relax and enjoy the day. Happy days. Just thinking about that alarm screaming off then. I suppose it could have been a bird. I mean, I didn't see anything come up. And normally, you know, if you get a pick up off a bird, you see the culprit, don't you? Not all the time, I guess. Could be a grebe, you know, and you don't see them. They can, you know, swim a good fair way before they come back up after taking your bait. But I had a look at the boilie as well. There didn't seem to be any bite marks on it from a bird. So it could have been a fish. Could have just let go, or could have done me in the weed or whatever. But it literally bobbing to the top, rod ripping off. Literally only just sat down after getting the rods in. So, a little bit of action and I'm excited. So yeah, wind is really picking up though now. It's really started to come on. So apologies if there's any wind noise. But yeah, so 2 pop-ups on bright colours, 1 bottom bait on a snowman. Fingers crossed. I do like to swim, I must admit. And it is sort of a bit of convenience as well. Get from the car park, it's only a short barrow ride to the swim. But I will be on the move today. If I don't see anything, I'll get anything. That's for sure. So yeah, what does this year bring? Well, obviously, yeah, I've given the carp-fishing a rest during the winter this year. Didn't carp-fish at all. Went out a couple of times, as I think I've said when I was fishing last week, with the lures with a boy for pike. But that was it. I thought I'd give the carp-fishing a break. And I'm kind of glad I did, really. It's spent some quality time with the family. And now it's sort of springtime, I can get back on it. So just doing the day today, not doing an overnighter. I'm away next weekend, so I can't fish next weekend. So I've got to make the most of today, really. Got plans to fish Holme Fen later on in the year. Obviously do a few socials with Lloyd as usual. Try and get up to Vermuden. Maybe Manor Farm, although I wasn't that happy last time we went there. They've got a new ticketing system, and we went for the daytime, and then we had to book in and drive the cars out and come back in at the night time, which was a bit funny, I thought. But might get down there. Might have another venue to fish, a sort of secret venue, but I've yet to pull that off yet. I'm waiting on a guy getting back to me about that one. Alright, quick update. I had 2 pickups off that coot, so I think it was that coot that did me earlier on this morning. Yeah, but the rig keeps resetting itself. It just picks it up and then drops it straight away. So that's the rod out towards the far bank, and the water's actually really deep, so I'm surprised I'm getting pickups from birds, because this is where I'm fishing towards, out towards that bank is one of the deepest parts of the lake, so I'm surprised I'm getting pickups there. There's lots of water in this lake at the minute, up to the point where some of the swims are, well, it's touching the sides of the swim, the water. But the coots just aren't randy enough at the minute. They're still preoccupied with eating and not so much with the other thing. So anyway, about to settle down and have some lunch. Kettle's boiled. So I'm going to settle down and have some lunch, and then providing it's not hammering it down after lunch, I might consider a move, because I've seen nothing down here. I thought I might have seen something earlier on, a fish roll, but it was sort of out the corner of my eye, if you will. I can't be 100% sure, so not for definite. I just thought I saw a flat of a roll, but might not have been. So provided it's not leathering it down after lunch, I might have a wander. Quick look at the swim. It's still, so it's clouded over a bit, but this rain hasn't materialised yet. Kind of hoping it doesn't. There's that coot. Bastard. There he is. Where is he? There he is. Zeroing in on my. I've just spawned out some more boilies, so he's probably gonna muller them in a minute. But yeah, rain's not materialised yet, so I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. And yeah, if not, I might have a move after lunch. First things first, I'll lunch. Well, I was just debating a move, but the rain's coming and it's bloody miserable, so I'm stuck here under the brolly at the minute. And I don't know, it's that old stick or twist adage, isn't it? What do you do? Put some bait in. The coot's now leaving me alone. There is some bait in. The wind's spun around to the west, so it's coming more from the west now, as you can see. You probably see it's just coming into the swim. Obviously the rain's easing off now, isn't it? So I don't know. I'll have a think. At the minute I'm thinking stick it out. Only a few more hours left. 2 more hours. But we'll see. Oh. Right, quick update. Just had a run on the left-hand rod there, and dropped it. Absolutely gutted. So the run came from the far bank over there, and it was on crystal white. Ronnie rig pop up, and it felt like it was nailed, and the fish sailed right across here into the middle of the lake. I had it on for about a minute and a half, something like that, and I just felt it go. So absolutely gutted. But having said that, it feels like staying here was the right thing to do. Even though I lost that fish, I know that they're here now. So time is 10 to 3. I reckon I've got about a couple of hours left, something like that. 2 or 3 hours maybe, be on for dinner. So I've recast that left hand rod, and I've put a couple of more spawns out of sweet minnow boilie, and yeah, just have to keep your fingers crossed again. Absolutely gutted to lose a fish, but excited to have one on. Okay, pack up time. It's about 5:30, something like that. I actually lost another one on the same rod. Rod ripped off again. Held it for a minute or so and it dropped off again. I don't know why. Decent rigs, hook was sharp. I don't know, just came off. So gutted. So lost 2. That last rod is still out there at the minute, but I've got birds right over the spot at the minute going crazy. So I'm not optimistic really, so just gonna get packed up, and yeah, that's it for the session really. So disappointed to blank, but I'll be back again soon, no doubt.